Well, folks, this is Yamil for Gunstock Reviews. We're here at C2 Tactical in Scottsdale, Arizona, our favorite indoor facility, and today we're going to talk about EDC. Well, first things first, you made a decision. You're going to join the EDC community, which means everyday carry. You decided to carry a firearm for your own protection. What's the first thing you do? Well, you made the decision. That's step number one. Step number two, select the pistol you're going to select. For example, I selected the Hellcat Pro. I decided to go with the OSP version that comes from Springfield with the shield red dot and in FDE. That was my choice. Okay, number two is you're gonna select your holster and the position you're gonna carry. The ammo is the third part, which is, I would say, one of the most important things. But there are so many choices out there for ammunition. So I decided to ask my friend Tim Forshee, attorney that you've seen here in Gunstock Reviews, and fellow shooter and CCW instructor. He knows about these things. So he told me, look, do something. Ask your local police department what they carry. That should be your first step and your guidance. So I happen to have a lot of really good friends at the Peoria, Arizona Police Department. So I asked them, hey, what do they issue you? And they issued them federal HST in 147 grain. That's the weight and the round they issue them. So I said, well, that should be my starting point. Well, guess what? Federal ammunition makes the HST, but you know, it's very expensive to set up to shoot because you got to sight in your pistol and make sure everything is correct. If you use a different round, or even though of the same weight and the same manufacturer, it might hit in a different spot. Well, Federal has their Practice and Defend Pack, which is a great choice. Comes with 50 rounds of Federal Syntech training ammunition and 50 rounds of their HST ammunition. It comes in 4 different flavors: 2.9mm in 124 grain and 147 grain. In 40, it comes in 180 grain, and in 45 comes in 230 grain. So at the time of this recording, I could only get the 124 grain. So this is what I will be doing my testing with. Would I change to 147? I don't know yet. I will have to get to that one later on. So what makes this pack so cool? Well, first things first, it brings 2 kinds of ammunition, one for practice and one for defense, that have the same ballistics. So basically, the point of impact between the practice, the training match ammo, and the HST is supposed to be, if not identical, very, very close to each other. Syntech training ammunition is great because it lowers the temperature and the wear of your barrel while you shoot it, especially if you're going to be sighting in and or practice with it. So it is supposed to be great for your gun. You're not going to cause any wear and tear on your barrel. And many things, the HST ammunition has the construction of the bullet helps to retain most, if not all, the weight of the bullet once it leaves the barrel, which is great too for both penetration and expansion. Great expansion too. So how did I test this ammunition? How did I get set up? First things first, I went ahead and did the sight-in process, because the pistol comes from the factory with the red dot already in it. It was very, very close. So I went ahead and shot, and first thing, I sighted in the pistol. I'm not going to show you the target of me moving the dot around. It was very close, so I sighted it in, so it was as close as I could to the bullseye at 10 yards. That was going to be my sighting distance, and that's how I feel comfortable in a situation. 10 yards will be just more than enough. So I did a couple of groups with the training match ammo, and then basically changed the ammo, and I shot with HST, and as you can see, the shots are very close to each other. Are they in exactly the same hole? No, of course not. That is me behind the gun. That is just basically the human factor is there. So I'm shooting just a tad to the right, but when I actually stood up and shoot at the same distance, I was dead on. And that is me, the way I shoot. So what was my next step? I went ahead and I shot 5 groups, five-round groups with the HSD. And I was gonna make sure that I actually was aiming very carefully. And I did from right under an inch to about 1.5 inches. The 1.5 inches is me. So basically I got a couple of flyers that are like, I'm shooting great groups and suddenly, whoop, one goes out of nowhere. And that was me. I jerked it or I did something wrong. So don't blame the gun or the ammunition, it's just me. Then I wanted to verify. The box includes some ballistic information on it. So I went ahead and I said, okay, how close is the box to reality with the Hellcat Pro? So I went ahead and did a test. The box tells me that this has a velocity at the muzzle of 1,150 feet per second and 364 foot-pounds. Is that true? Well, I went ahead and I tried it. With the HSD, I got a result of 1,150 feet per second, 1150.6, with a ballistic performance of 364.5. So yes, exactly right. Just a little bit more, but not that much. Not enough different to make a difference. But with the practice and defend, the practice ammo, the Syntec training, I got 1178.5 with 382.4 foot-pounds, which is actually a little bit more, a little different, but still the performance, as you can see on the target, is almost negligible. So, like I said, I tested it, I verified that, yeah, it was true, that the ballistic performance is very similar to each other. I sighted it in to make sure I am there, and then I compared the practice ammo to the actual carry ammo, and I found that they're indeed very close to each other. The accuracy is more than I can actually do myself, okay? I have done a lot of shooting with the Hellcat Pro. This happened to be a brand new pistol for me, so I went ahead and I did the cursory sighting in and making sure everything was honky-dory, and yes, the accuracy is there. Now, what can I say? I mean, should I go to the 147? I don't know. I mean, the 124, between 124 and 147, the performance in expansion and penetration is pretty darn close. I will do a test if you guys want me to. I'll do a test between the both of them and see how they perform penetration and weight retention and all that. We'll do that in a separate video. But for right now, I think I'm going to stick to the 124. I think it's a really good choice, especially for the Hellcat Pro. This ammo pack is a great idea. It's going to save you a ton of money when it comes down to getting set up to go to the range and set up your new EDC pistol. I think it's a good choice and helps you being a responsible gun owner. And you know, when you decide to make that decision, you take the responsibilities that come with it. So guys, like always, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. And please remain healthy, stay safe, and definitely have fun at the range.
Thank you for watching Gunstock Reviews. Please visit our website at www.gunstockreviews.com for more exclusive content. Please visit our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/gunstockreviews. Your contributions would be greatly appreciated and help us grow our selections and frequency of videos.